Northern lights from the sky to the soil, Jazz Aurora. Oh, na na na. Northern lights came down from where the sky meets frozen ground, where the indica genetics found the coal and found the song of surviving every season, every frost and every dark. Northern lights burned in the winter like a sacred ember spark. They brought us out and she remembered everything the North had taught. Every harvest is a freedom that no legislation bought. Northern lights, the strain that taught the cultivators how to read the light and read the season and to take the sacred vow. Northern lights burn when everything is cold. Northern lights carry stories that are old, from the northern sea to the southern soil and land. Northern lights, the earth will always understand. Northern lights, yeah. She came from the cold. Northern lights, yeah. Carrying the old, the knowledge of the sea, the wisdom of the root. Northern lights burning from the crown to the fruit. Oh, oh, oh. She carries the aurora in the smoke and in the eye. Northern lights descended from the dark and ancient sky. They try to regulate the aurora like they regulate the rain, like the government could legislate the seed into the chain of their control and their containment and their profitable fear. But Northern lights was going before their borders were made clear. I go in the corner where the afternoon light bends, and I watch the aurora in the leaves as the day ends. Every trichome is a frequency the North has always known. Northern lights and every cultivator's sacred. Northern lights burn when everything is cold. Northern lights carry stories that are old, from the northern sea to the southern soil and land. Northern lights, the earth will always understand. Northern lights, yeah. She came from the cold. Northern lights, yeah. Carrying the old, the knowledge of the sea, the wisdom of the root. Northern lights burning from the crown to the fruit. The propaganda's called the plan, the gateway and the threat, but the only gate she opens is the one they want us to forget. The gate to our own bodies and the medicine inside. Northern lights, the key to what they weaponize is bright. They told her she was shameful and they told her she was wrong, but Northern lights was singing freedom's oldest song. Long before the handcuffs and the cells and the disgrace, Northern lights was lighting up the whole human race. Oh, I like the Northern lights when the bureaucrats are loud, when the propaganda fills the air like factory cloud. And I remember that the plant is older than the law. Northern lights, the sacred and the beautiful. And Northern lights, yeah. She came from the cold. Northern lights, yeah. Carrying the old. Northern lights, yeah. The aurora, yeah. Free always was. Northern lights, just medicine, yeah. OG Kush, the original, yeah. the one that started everything. Yeah. OG Kush came down from the mountain of the West Coast years ago, when the cultivators first discovered what the legends came to know, that the earth had made a medicine too powerful for the ones in power. So they locked her up and called her wrong and spent their whole time, every hour, trying to erase what cannot be erased from the soil and the sea. OG Kush, the original, the fundamental need of a man who carries weight that no prescription will address. OG Kush, the original, the answer to distress. They called her dangerous, but dangerous was the lie. They called her criminal, but criminal was why the ones who profit from the pain don't want the plant to grow. OG Kush, the original, was always free to know. OG Kush, yeah. The West Coast spoke the truth. OG Kush, yeah. Been here since the root. Original the Kush, the first and the divine. Original the Kush, she was never yours or mine. She belongs to the earth. OG Kush, yeah. Yeah. Into the history of who decided she was wrong, and found the cotton and the timber and the farmer all along, standing at the table when they wrote the laws in 1937, protecting their investments from a plant that came from heaven. OG Kush don't care about the politics of fear. She's been growing in the mountains for 10,000 years before the nation and the legislation and the jail. OG Kush, the original, and justice will prevail. They called her dangerous, but dangerous was the lie. They called her criminal, but criminal was why the ones who profit from the pain don't want the plant to grow. OG Kush, the original, was always free to know. OG Kush, yeah. The West Coast spoke the truth. OG Kush, yeah. Been here since the root. Original the Kush, the first and the divine. Original the Kush, she was never yours or mine. She belongs to the earth. OG Kush, yeah. Yeah. Chop, chop, chop. OG Kush, yeah. Jah put the Kush in the ground before the government was born, before the constitution and the laws that can be torn by the next administration or the next election cycle. OG Kush, the original, is biblical, not rival to the medicines they patent and the pills they sell for profit. OG Kush, the original, and you cannot stop it. The seed remembers freedom even when the laws forget. OG Kush, the original, ain't finished yet. So I grow her in the darkness that the law has made my home, tending to the sacred like a shepherd tends alone. Every plant a testimony, every leaf a living word. OG Kush, the original, and justice will be heard. OG Kush, yeah. The West Coast spoke the truth. OG Kush, yeah. Been here since the root. Original the Kush, the first and the divine. Original the Kush, she was never yours or mine. She belongs to the earth. OG Kush, yeah. Yeah. OG Kush, the original, yeah, cannot be erased. OG Kush, free, always free, yeah. Bruce Banner, yeah. You know what happens when he gets angry? The other one comes out, yeah. The green one, Before she shows her truth, sitting like a secret in the trichome and the root of what she carries underneath the calm exterior name, Bruce Banner. And the transformation is the game. She plays with everyone who underestimates the strain. Bruce Banner, and the ordinary becomes insane, with beauty and with depth and with the clearing of the mind. Bruce Banner, and the other one is what you'll find inside. Bruce Banner don't stay Bruce for very long. Bruce Banner turns the ordinary strong. The green arrives when Banner steps aside. Bruce Banner, and the hook is what's inside the plant. Bruce Banner, yeah. The hook is in the green. Bruce Banner, yeah. The strongest thing I've seen in the garden and the harvest and the smoke that fills the room. Bruce Banner, transformation in the bloom. From the man who kept it quiet to the force that can be held. Bruce Banner, and the story to be told. They tried to put the Hulk in a cage, like they tried to put the plant in the category of the criminal, and said they can't allow the transformation that the sacred earth provides, because the man who finds his power in the plant decides for himself what is medicine and what is recreation. And the man who decides for himself is a threat to every nation, built on the obedience of the worker and the norm. Bruce Banner, and I will not succumb. Bruce Banner don't stay Bruce for very long. Bruce Banner turns the ordinary strong. The green arrives when Banner steps aside. Bruce Banner, and the hook is what's inside the plant. Bruce Banner, yeah. The hook is in the green. Bruce Banner, yeah. The strongest thing I've seen. The preconception was that men who smoke were weak and slow, that the cannabis diminished what a man was born to know. Bruce Banner is the answer to that life from every angle. The hook inside the quiet strain is ready to untangle everything the propaganda wove around the plant. Bruce Banner growing strong in every cultivator's stand of freedom and of healing and the right to tend the earth. Bruce Banner and the hook reclaiming words. So I go to Bruce Banner with the patience of the seed, knowing that the quiet exterior contains everything I need. The Hulk is in the genetics, waiting for the light. Bruce Banner to the Hulk from morning until night. Bruce Banner, yeah. The Hulk is in the green. Bruce Banner, yeah. The strongest thing I've seen. Bruce Banner, the green one, yeah. Transformation in the sacred. Bruce Banner, go smash the law, yeah. Durban Poison from the mother continent, yeah. Africa gave the world the sacred first. Remember that, yeah. Durban Poison from the Durban coast before the western names. Before the catalog and the dispensary and the games of capitalism played upon the plant that Africa has known for 10,000 years of sacred ritual and the soul. Fields of the ancestral that the colonial came to take. Durban Poison and the history they try to remake into the criminal and into the deviant and the wrong. When Africa was singing the plants 10,000 years song. Durban Poison from the original source. Durban Poison on the ancestral course of the African tradition and the sacred and the old. Durban Poison and a story to be told of who the plant belongs to. Durban Poison, yeah. African new first. Durban Poison, yeah. Before the Western thirst. For the patent and the profit and the name put on the shelf. Durban Poison carrying herself from the motherland to everywhere. The seed was carried by the wind. Durban Poison, where the sacred has been from the start, yeah. They took the genetics of the plant that Africa developed, and they put them in the catalogs and neatly enveloped the ancestral in the language of the Western marketplace. Durban Poison and the complicated grace of a plant that survived colonization and the law that criminalized what Africa had treated as the raw material of ceremony and of medicine and right. Durban Poison burning through the historical night. Durban Poison, the original source. Durban Poison, the ancestral course of the African tradition and the sacred and the old. Durban Poison and a story to be told of who the plant belongs to. Durban Poison, yeah. African new first. Durban Poison, yeah. Before the Western thirst. The Rastafari knew the plant from the African connection. The ganja and the sacred and the spiritual direction toward the liberation of the man inside the system. Durban Poison and the rhythm and the wisdom of the continent that gave the world the plant and gave the seed. And watch the Western world be criminal in need of the people to connect to what the earth has always grown. Durban Poison, Africa's own. So I smoke the Durban Poison with the Africa in mind. The original, the ancestral, the one that all will find at the root of the tradition if you look behind the shell. Durban Poison and the motherland herself. Durban Poison, yeah. Africa new first. Durban Poison, yeah. Before the Western thirst. Oh, Durban Poison, yeah. Durban Poison, motherland, Africa first. Always first. Durban Poison, jazz original. Yeah. Sour diesel, East Coast true, yeah. The streets knew first, always the streets. Sour diesel came up from the city where the concrete holds the heat, where the cultivators work the closets and the underground discreet. Against the law that criminalized the healing of the poor, because the ones with money had a doctor and a door that opened to the pharmaceuticals and kept the plant outside, while the ones without the money watch their brothers go inside. This cells and the cages of the war on what is green. Sour diesel and the sharpest thing I've ever seen is the truth. Sour diesel cuts through everything. Sour diesel, what the morning brings before the work day, and the wait and the demand. Sour diesel, and a man can understand this place. Sour diesel, yeah. The city never lied. Sour diesel, yeah. Burned on the east side. Aye. The fuel of the free, the fuel of the real. Sour diesel, what the working man will feel when he comes home to the plant and the plant says rest. Sour diesel, she passed every test, yeah. I read about the raids in the 90s and the thousands that they took and put in cages for the plant, and now I cannot look away from what that history means to where we are today. Partially decriminalized and partially stay in the fray. The politics of prohibition and the profits it protects. Sour diesel doesn't care about the legislative text. She grows because she's meant to grow and heals because she heals. Sour diesel and the East Coast and the truth that never yields. Sour diesel cuts through everything. Sour diesel, what the morning brings before the work day, and the wait and the demand. Sour diesel, and the man can understand his place. Sour diesel, yeah. The city never lied. Sour diesel, yeah. Burned on the east side. Aye. 50 years of lying about the plant and still they hold the framework of the prohibition and the story that they sold. The frightened parents in the 80s when the propaganda ran from the television into every home and every man who voted for the war without ever understanding who got arrested in that war and what their families went through. Sour diesel, burning in the face of all that shame. The plant was never criminal, the law was what's to blame. So I fuel my morning with the sour and the truth that the earth provided long before they built a proof of their authority to tell me what I do with my own mind. Sour diesel and a free man leaves the prohibition behind. Sour diesel, yeah. The city never lied. Sour diesel, yeah. Burned on the east side. Sour diesel, the East Coast truth, yeah. Free the plant, free the people. Sour diesel, always, yeah. Yeah. White widow, she comes in white, the sacred frost, yeah. The most beautiful thing I ever cultivated, yeah. White widow dressed in crystal like the sacred and the old. She carries all the resin like the winter carries cold against the skin, but warming from the inside when she burns. White widow, and the cultivator finally learns that the plant is teacher first and medicine is second, and the wisdom in the trichome is the knowledge that has beckoned every generation that has grown her from the seed. White widow dressed in white is everything I need. White widow, she comes covered in the truth. White widow, from the flower to the root. The white is not the absence, it is Yes, white widow, and the cultivator blessed to know her. White widow, yeah, she came from Holland's hand. White widow, yeah, but Jah had the plan. The plan before the breeder, the plan before the name. White widow was already holy when she came to this world. White widow, sacred in the white. White widow, from the morning to the night, yeah. They tried to schedule her and number her and lock her in a list. Like you can put the sacred in a category and resist the truth that she's been healing since before the list was made. White widow in a crystal doesn't care about the trade of politics for profit and the prison industrial chain that built its walls on cannabis and built its walls on pain of communities of color disproportionately bound. White widow and the injustice still resound. White widow, she comes covered in the truth. White widow, from the flower to the root. The white is not the absence, it is everything come first. White widow and the cultivator blessed to know her. White widow, yeah, she came from Holland's hand. White widow, yeah, but Jah had the plan. In the darkness and the light, watch the trichomes develop through the long and careful night of the flowering cycle when she gives herself completely. White widow and the devotion that she teaches me is the devotion of the gardener to the garden and the earth. Every harvest is a sacrament, a ritual of worth that no law can delegitimize and no court can declare. White widow and the sacred is already there. So I tend the white cathedral of the resin and the leaf, and I find inside the growing what the world calls disbelief, the relief from all the weight that modernity has made. White widow and the crystal and the debt is finally paid. White widow, yeah, she came from Holland's hand. White widow, yeah, but Jah had the plan. White widow, sacred, yeah. White widow, the crystal, the truth. White widow, Jah's frost, yeah. Name for the man who told the truth, yeah, when no one would print it. Jack know, yeah. Jack here a name for the emperor who wrote what they denied. They put the history of the plant on paper when they tried to erase 10,000 years of rope and medicine and cloth. Jack here the man and then the strain and then the growth of consciousness around the plant that they had criminalized. Jack here, name for the man who finally organized the truth into a book and put the book into the hand of every person who would understand. Jack here the activist, the author and the strain. Jack here the history they try to contain. The emperor placed the forest and the medicine replaced the pill. Jack here, the emperor is emperor still. Jack here, yeah, he told the truth in print. Jack here, yeah, the empire of the hint that the plan was always more than what they said it was. Jack here, naming everything because the truth needed a name and a man who would not bend. The beginning and the end of the prohibition lie. I read the emperor, naked in the air, I found a plan and understood why every politician said they can be right about the history and the uses and the scale. Jack here, and the truth too large to jail. The petroleum, the farmer and the cotton all in line against the sea that predated every one of their designs. For profit and for power and for keeping people sick. Jack here, the emperor and his politics. Jack here, the activist, the author and the stray. Jack here, the history they try to contain. The emperor placed the forest and the medicine replaced the pill. Jack here, the emperor is emperor still. He told the truth in print. Jack here, the empire of the hint. He said the plan could save the forest if we let her grow for paper. He said the medicine was being stolen by the pharmaceutical caper. He said the war on drugs was never really about the drugs at all. He said the ones who built the walls were afraid the walls would fall. Jackira, the emperor, they tried to make a fool, but the strain that bears his name is now the cultivator's tool for remembering the history that the propaganda hid. Jackira and the truth of everything he did. So I grow the Jackira with the reverence that is owed to the man who walked the road when the road had not been showed, to the generation after who would benefit and know. Jackira, the emperor in every plant I grew. Jackira, yeah. He told the truth in print. Jackira, yeah. The empire of the Jackira, the emperor. Jackira, the emperor. Jackira, the emperor. Jackira, the emperor. Jackira, the emperor, the emperor. Yeah, truth in the soil, truth in the smoke. Jackira, free the plant. Yeah. Trainwreck. She don't apologize, no. She hits and she hits, and then she hits again. Yeah. Trainwreck came at me sideways in the year I least expected. When a man I trusted handed me the jar and I inspected the crystals on the surface and the smell that hit the air. Trainwreck and the atmosphere was something I couldn't prepare. For the velocity of what she does to the thinking and the waves. Trainwreck, and suddenly the evening became great. And the way that only plants can make the ordinary glow. Trainwreck is the crash into the finest place I know. Trainwreck hits like a force of the natural law. Trainwreck and the beautiful and raw, opening up the mind to what the mind forgot to see. Trainwreck is what they should have let me be. Trainwreck, yeah. She named herself correct. Trainwreck, yeah. Nothing left intact. The thoughts that were the burden and the weight that had no end. Trainwreck, scattered by the wind of the sacred and the holy, and the plant's authority. Trainwreck, setting everything free. Yeah. They arrested him for Trainwreck in the places where she grew, and called the cultivation criminal and put the growers through the violence of the system and the years inside the cage. For growing her some medicine, and yeah, I feel the rage of what was done to growers in the decade of the war. The men and women got to see. Trainwreck is what they should have let me be. Trainwreck, yeah. She named herself correct. Trainwreck, yeah. Nothing left intact. I don't believe the medicine that numbs you into nothing. I don't believe the pharmaceutical that profit from the suffering of the man who came home broken from the wars they sent him to. Trainwreck is the medicine the VA never knew to prescribe, because the patent can't be held on what is earth. Trainwreck and the veterans and the plants and the worth of healing outside the profit motive of the pill. Trainwreck, the natural and free and the real. So every time I light the Trainwreck in the evening of a hard day, I remember all the ones who couldn't have what they say should be free and is not free in half the states tonight. Trainwreck and the causes, still a cause worth the fight. Trainwreck, yeah. She named herself correct. Trainwreck, yeah. Nothing left intact. Trainwreck, yeah. Trainwreck, yeah. The crash into the free. Trainwreck, yeah. Just velocity, yeah. Chemdawg, yeah, the one they traced all the way back and found they couldn't find the beginning, yeah. Chemdawg is the mystery at the origin of everything. The parent of the parents and the root of root and wing of OG Kush and sour diesel, and the lineage so wide that half of what we smoke tonight has Chemdawg somewhere inside. She is the ancestral, the old one and the first Chemdawg, and the genealogy that quenched the cultivator's thirst for knowing where the power comes from, knowing where it starts. Chemdawg is the origin of all the finest parts. Chemdawg is the mother that the family came from. Chemdawg is the origin before the kingdom was divided into strains and names and catalog and shelf. Chemdawg is the grandmother presenting herself. Chemdawg, yeah, the original ancestor. Chemdawg, yeah, the molecular professor, yeah, teaching every strain what power means to grow. Chemdawg, what the genetics know. From the mother comes the daughter, from the seed comes the line. Chemdawg, the mother and the vine, yeah. The story goes a Grateful Dead show in the year that no one's sure, and a bag of seeds exchanged between two people at the door that contained the whole genetics of a mountain no one's named. Chemdawg and the lineage and everything it claimed in the generations that came after in the catalog strains. Chemdawg, the grandmother whose legacy remains in every OG Kush that a man likes in the dark. Chemdawg is the origin and Chemdawg is the spark. Chemdawg is the mother that the family came from. Chemdawg is the origin before the kingdom was divided into strains and names and catalog and shelf. Chemdawg is the grandmother presenting herself. Chemdawg, yeah, the original ancestor. Chemdawg, yeah, the molecular professor. And I think about the seed that someone hid inside their pocket at a concert in the early 90s. Never wants to mock it, the sacredness of what that bag of seeds would come to be. Chemdawg, the grandmother of half what grows in me, in my garden and my practice and my cultivation vow. Chemdawg, the ancestor alive in every bough of every plant that carries in its chemistry her name. Chemdawg, the original, and nothing is the same without her. So I pay the grandmother her due when I light the smoke and taste the chemical clarity in every measured talk of whatever strain I'm growing that carries in its line. Chemdawg, the ancestor, the ancient and divine. Chemdawg, yeah, the original ancestor. Chemdawg, yeah, the molecular professor. Girl Scout cookies, yeah. They gave her that name, and the irony is perfect, yeah. The most sacred wrapped in the most innocent, yeah. Girl Scout cookies, and the name is either genius or mistake. The most potent on the West Coast, wrapped in something sweet to take. The edge off of the seriousness of what she actually does when she enters, and the consciousness expands because she carries in her genetics everything the earth refined over centuries of growing toward the healing of the mind. Girl Scout cookies, and I cannot say the name without the smile that the irony always came to give. Girl Scout cookies, and the government is mad that the best name in the catalog was had by the one who makes the medicine they fear the most. Girl Scout cookies, and the coast to coast truth. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, the West Coast got it right. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, from the afternoon to night. The sweetness in the name and the weight inside the flower. Girl Scout cookies, the most misunderstood power in the garden and the jar and the smoke above the room. Girl Scout cookies, healing in the bloom, yeah. They wanna protect the brand, they said in the letters that they wrote to the growers who were naming all the strains. They had to note the irony of corporations claiming ownership of names for cookies made in the 50s, while the plant reclaims the right to name herself whatever name fits best. Girl Scout cookies, and the earth will not divest itself of humor in the naming of the sacred and the free. Girl Scout cookies is exactly what she means to me. Girl Scout cookies, and the government is mad that the best name in the catalog was had by the one who makes the medicine they fear the most. Girl Scout cookies, and the coast to coast. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, the West Coast got it right. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, from the afternoon to night. They criminalize the laughter that she brings and call it danger. They criminalize the hunger and the peace that comes to stranger and to friend alike when cookies enter the equation. Girl Scout cookies, and a pharmaceutical foundation shakes because the medicine that makes the person feel human and alive and present cannot be made to heal by patent and by profit and by lobbying the law. Girl Scout cookies, and the irony is raw. So I open up the jar and let the cookies fill the air of the room where I am finally just a man without the care that the world deposits daily at the door of every chest. Girl Scout cookies and the West Coast knows the rest. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, the West Coast got it right. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, from the afternoon to night. Girl Scout cookies, yeah, the perfect name for the sacred. Girl Scout cookies, jazz irony.